Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to show you how to make your C8 Corvette ride more quiet and smooth with these amazing tires. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Brink of Speed. Today we're going to talk about my tires and my wheels, but mostly the new non-run flat Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's that I have on here, and how much bigger they are than stock, and then what the differences are between the run flat 4S's and the non-run flat, and also the difference between the size of the stocks tires and then the tires that I have now. But first of all, before we get into that video, if you could please do me a favor. I already know my thumbs up squad has done this, but if you are not a member of that, smash that thumbs up button, and I think you're really going to enjoy this video. I did a video similar to this quite a while back with my C7 Z06 talking about the tires, and everyone seemed to really enjoy it, and I've gotten a lot of great feedback from it. And I'll link that one in the description below. That's actually talking about the Continental Extreme Contact tires for my C7 Z06 that I used to have. So ladies and gentlemen, we are so close to 40,000 subscribers. We just hit 38,000 subscribers, and I want to thank each and every one of you for doing your part by joining the community and showing your support. But if you're watching this video for the first time, first of all, thank you for pushing that play button, but also go ahead and smash that red subscribe button and the bell for notifications when new videos are uploaded. That way you don't miss anything, and you can join this wonderful Brink of Speed community. All right, let's get into the tires. So real quickly, I want to let you know that obviously, because of the difference in size, I went from 19s in the front and 20s in the rear to 20s in the front and 22s in the rear. Now, there are some people that are asking why I did not go to 21s in the rear, and I have a really good reason for that. And what that reason is Black Diamond Wheels does not sell a 21-inch rear wheel or front wheel. They don't sell 21-inch wheels, period, in the style that I bought. So that's the reason why I didn't go with the 21. When I originally discussed with them getting their wheels, I asked them if I could get 21s for the rear, and that way it wasn't a giant difference between the front and the rear, and they said, no, we don't make them. Now, as far as the mile per hour difference, there is a difference. And I'm gonna show you on my phone. I'm gonna put it on Waze, because Waze actually gives you mile per hour using GPS. And so I'm gonna do that real quick. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so I have the cruise, as you can see, set to 65 miles an hour. And we'll come over here to Waze, and it's looking like it's right around 2 to 3 miles an hour difference on Waze. So this is calculated by GPS, and then this is obviously calculated by the tire rotation and computers figuring that all out. All right, so as you saw there, the speedometer difference is right around 2 to 3 miles an hour faster. So I will know that when I'm driving around. It's not a big deal. I will take heed to that and make sure that I set my cruise for 2 to 3 miles an hour slower on my speedometer than I want to actually go. So for those of you who asked that question, there's your answer, and I hope that specifically answers what you were trying to figure out. Now, as usual, with non-run flats comes a couple of different things. Number one, you get a quieter ride with the non-run flats. And I've got it in the plushest setting right now, which is basically tour mode. It's not in tour mode, but I have my Z button pushed, which gives me the plushest mode. And it is not just quiet, it's so smooth. There is, believe it or not, a large difference in just smoothness in the tire alone going from run flats to non-run flats, because with a run flat, that sidewall is so stiff that, and the reason why it's so stiff is because when you do puncture that tire and it becomes airless, they stiffen that sidewall so much that you can drive 50 miles at 50 miles an hour on those run flats and not have any kind of issue. And so that sidewall is what keeps your rim from touching the ground when there's no air in the tire. The other reason why they're quieter is because of all the materials that go into making up that run flat just completely beef up that tire, where it's super heavy, it's bulky, it runs hot. Just everything about a run flat, as you've seen in my videos in the past where I've talked about them, I just can't stand the thought of a run flat. All those reasons make the run flat wear out quicker too. And so you're gonna get a lot better wear out of a non-run flat as well. Now, people ask me, what are you gonna do if you get a flat tire? Well, I have AAA, I have roadside assistance, I also have a warranty with Discount Tires, so they'll fix anything, they'll replace tires. So I've got a lot of coverage as far as that goes. Yes, it'll be inconvenient to have to, you know, maybe get the car towed or whatever, but it's better than having tires on my car that I hate. Now, as far as the handling goes, the handling isn't gonna change enough to notice that big of a difference, because they are the exact same tire as far as the softness and grip of that tire. Obviously, with it not being a run flat, it might be a little bit softer, but the likelihood of it handling a great deal of difference is pretty slim. Lastly, I wanted to talk about price, because I know a lot of you are going to want to know what I paid for both the wheels and the tires. So first of all, the wheels were a sponsorship deal where I was partially sponsored by Black Diamond, and I'm not going to tell you how much because that's between me and them, but I will tell you what the wheels were overall. I think they were $2,600 and some change, almost $2,700 for both sets of wheels total. So they're a really good deal. They are partially forged. Now the tires would be actually not that expensive if I didn't have 22s on the rear. The fronts are very reasonable. It was like $600 and some change for both the fronts. However, for both the rears, it was $1,300 and some change. So basically, the two rears cost as much a piece as the combined total was for the front tires. So not cheap at all. So I spent basically $2,000 on tires. But the good thing about these tires is they will last longer than the run flats. And you know, I've got a set of wheels that I love. So you kind of compromise as far as that goes and pay a little bit more. So that's really gonna do it, ladies and gentlemen. I have I guess one more thing real quick. I have noticed quite a bit more grip, not just in turns, but also in acceleration. When I get on it big time, especially even in first gear, it just grips and goes. And so that is a big improvement, because at lower speeds in first gear with the run flats, it did have a little bit of tire spin, and with these there is no tire spin at all, even at lower speeds. And then launch control, I've only done a couple of launches. It does slip a little bit, but I also haven't really gotten them down the way that I got them down with my older tires. And with the older tires, I was able to get it to grip and not slip at all sometimes. So I'm sure I can do the same with these, because they are way bigger. Obviously the rears are 335 30 22s, so the width is 12 inches wide, or a little over 12 inches wide. So anyway, that's really going to do it. Just wanted to give you a nice little video on the wheels and tires, and hope you guys will learn a lot from this and be able to use it. So I hope each and every one of you enjoyed it. If so, give me a big thumbs up. Also, again, if you'd like to help me reach my goal of 50,000 subscribers between now and December 31st of this year, I would love it if you'd hit that red subscribe button and the bell for notifications when new videos are uploaded. Also, follow me on all my social medias like you see right here. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, they all are at Brink of Speed. I hope each and every one of you has a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you out on the road.